Hello, EA group members. Today I'm gonna show you how to configure your Synology disk station. So I'm gonna go first to the group so you guys can see the link here. And here under files, how to build your R website online store. It has some links for like templates and hosting and how to upload files. Anyways, I have connected the Synology NAS server, and I'm gonna pull here Synology, and here it is, the Synology NAS server, energy efficient, full of software, and you can develop all kinds of sites for a lot of different CMS, your own cloud, email, web server. You have Joomla, Drupal, WordPress, just a few. So the first thing you gotta do is buy the Synology server. You can start small or you can go big. I wanna go big right now. Alright, so I'm here logged in into my Synology account. You have to register your product and you have to create a quick connect ID and a Synology link. You have to have an static IP address if you're gonna run a website like WordPress. If not, you can use your home connection and you won't have any problems. So I'm going to log into my disk station. I recommend you install Dashlane. It's a password program to keep all your passwords, and it's free. Yes, it is free. Now, if you pay the $39 a year, you can sync that program into all your computers. I have four, so I just renew my yearly subscription. So once you get the Synology, you're gonna install the software to run it. That is called, and I'll tell you right now, it's called DSM. They have 6.1.3 just came out. Depending on the model that you have, it'll be different software. So, but it's pretty much all the same. It looks like this. So the first thing you wanna do is download web station, WordPress, and you're gonna need this for the database. MariaDB 5 and 10. Now you have to set up the easy internet, and it's something like this. I already did this, so I'm not gonna do it again. But it's pretty easy. Just follow the steps. Now let's talk about software. When you first open the Synology or you install the software, it's gonna tell you to install all this. Now you don't need all this, but you can download it. I recommend that you don't, because some programs might cause problems with other programs. So if you are a hybrid artist and you're looking to build your own website, I will tell you what to install, because as a web designer or web developer, you have all kinds of goodies here. You have Java and mail server, mail station, media, photo station. You can use this as a cloud for all your stuff. My Synology has 7 terabytes, so it's quite a lot of space. And the text editor, you're gonna need to install it if you need to edit PHP files to fix the memory limit and the time limit, input bars, and the web station. You need to install it to have a website, and for that you need the Apache. um, Look at this, you also have Drupal, and you have Joomla, Magento, Node.js, Perl, OSCommerce, PHP, PHP, PHP and PrestaShop is used a lot. Python is taking over. Ruby, Sugar, CRM, and you have a lot of stuff here to keep you busy for years. But let's not get excited about all this right now. I'll tell you what I have installed, and my website is up and running. And it has the template on blog. It's a new site. I haven't done anything there yet, but it's coming up the way it's supposed to, and it is also loading from other devices outside the network. So if someone in Spain wanted to look at it, they can see it. Also in other places like the States, they would be able to see it. So you wanna install Apache, both of them, File Station, MariaDB 5 and 10, PHP 5.67.0, the text editor, Universal Search, Web Station, and WordPress. Later on, I'm gonna make videos and see if we can install other CMSs and HTML5 with the Dreamweaver from the Adobe Cloud, and we'll try to make that work, but that's in another video. So I'm gonna go over some settings. First, you need to do the easy internet. After you install all the software, do the easy internet. Then I'll install the web station, and we'll go over the control panel. Here at the top right, you have these boxes that tell you how your system is running. You can add more stuff, but I'll just like the first three. And we're gonna go over the file station first. Uh, when you install the software, it's gonna create these folders. The folder web is from the web station, and it creates the WordPress, and it puts the folder right here. You can enter the folder, and you can click on a file, PHP, and here you can either copy it and edit it in another text editor, or you can try to modify and then save it. But if you do that, it's gonna ask you for permissions. So the first thing you need to do is under user, make sure they say normal for your account and the administrator. The guest can be disabled. I'm gonna go first over admin, advanced, just copy this how it is, check these boxes, and have these check marks for security. And we're gonna click edit, and you wanna add your email address. Your password is gonna be there already from since you logged in. And if you have this box marked disable, uncheck it. Uncheck it, and add here these check marks, and add here these check marks for permissions, and that's okay, this is okay. And then we're gonna, that's that one. I'm gonna check this one, same thing. I'm gonna add this. Okay, let me see if my website's still working. Every time you make a change, you wanna check if your website is still working, just in case if you made an error and you disable the site, you're gonna know what cause the problem. So you wanna do this here. That it's just like the other one. Applications. I'm gonna allow permissions to all these applications. Let me just double decide. Okay. Okay, so that's user. Everything is normal. Then you wanna go down to Quick Connect and create your Quick Connect. That's gonna allow you to have a link Quick Connect and it connects you right away. And save the link, make a folder and keep track of your links. You see here how many folders I have. It can really get really crazy when you work with so many websites. So, so we have the quick connect, and then this one, it's kind of tricky, but I'll show you here. You have to create a link domain name with Synology. They give you all these types of links. I like Synology.me because I'm also trying to sell the product to a small business owners. And here's my IP address, and it's a static IP address on a public network. Make sure you get that public, not private, or your website won't load. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not protected. You still have to have a password to log into the public network, but it's a very long password. Make sure you have like 10 to 15 characters. So you have to have all these check marks and all this checked out. Click here and submit it, and they'll give you the link, and it should show up here. So I have this router configuration. Here you need to have all these ports just like is here, enabled, and 5000, 5000, 443 equals 443, 80 equals 80. And I'll show you the, let me see here. Now, I'm making this video. I had a lot of research to do for this to get this working, and I couldn't find any videos with all the information. I had to take parts from here, parts from there. So, check my password here. Okay, so you have to have a static IP business internet. You can get that if you live at a residential place. and it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a VIP. It's a VIP line, and here you have the ports. So here under this arrow is gonna show your IP for the IP that you have, and I'll show you like when you log in to your server quick connect, it's gonna show you 192.168.6.1.6. It might be .7 or .5, but it has to be this, the one that it shows here, and it's coming in from port 5000. So it's right here, port 5000. So you have to create these using these. This is the terminology for the Synology. From the Synology website for ports, there is a long page about all the ports, and you will find that if you make a mistake, it's gonna tell you click here for the ports, and this is the way you should write them. Then click apply. Well, first, once you create one, you have to click add, and you have to click yes, enable port forwarding. All routers are different, so much luck with that. Under advanced, you can put your Synology link. Once you configure the ports here and in the router, you're gonna do a test. You're gonna test the connection. Okay, and it says okay. Um, it sounds easy, but it took me like 2 or 3 days to get this connection to work properly. And a lot of things happen. I didn't have a static IP, so I upgraded. And another thing, you have to go to network, click on your network, try to use an Ethernet card to plug it into the modem router that you have. Wi-Fi is slow, it is very unstable. If you have a Mac, maybe, but it'll be slower. It'll be a lot slower if you upload videos or stuff like that. So you wanna click on the Ethernet card, and you wanna double click. This is Windows 10 and it's the last update. Double click on the icon, left click, and then you wanna turn this off, and I'll show you why. Because you need to make network public, not private. If it's private, your website won't show, especially if someone is trying to pull it up out of the moon, and it won't load, and you will go nuts trying to figure it out why. So you have to have the ports, your link. This has to be normal with an IP. Under network, You have to have your default gateway. This is gonna be populated automatically. You have to have your LAN connected. Excuse me. And the traffic control, don't worry about that. Static root DSM settings should read this. If it has a check mark here or here, take it out. Nothing here. Okay. And I'm gonna show you now WordPress. WordPress, this is the home directory, then it has another directory that it creates. I still don't know why, if you can modify this, but I know you can add folders. Now when you install WebStation, it's gonna create this web folder, and when you install WordPress, it's gonna install it here. Now I notice that I don't have my PHP admin, and you should have that. I'm gonna install it to show you really quick how this thing works. It's downloading a lot quicker than before because now I have VIP business internet. It's installing it. Here it shows you the processes. Now after it's starting, okay, has been installed successfully, and now I'm gonna go back to file station, and you can see PHP my admin, and it's beautiful because you can edit this right here, and it should work. Now you can also, you will see it here, you can go to my PHP. When you work with PHP, and I'm glad I'm making this video again because I didn't go over this. MariaDB10, make sure you're on that. And username is root, is named for default, no password. And I installed it, and automatically it created the folder database. Or the folder database was there already. And I wanted to check something for users. No, it was. You can, like here, you can change your password if you're having a problem or you get locked out. You can change it here. But you can also probably fix it under file station. You have it here. Can you open a PHP? You can. Now to do this, you need that text editor installed. Okay, let me see if my website is still working after installing PHP. Yep, and it shows, so do it again. Okay, so it didn't mess anything up. So here in your web folder you have PHP Admin and WordPress. You can probably install Joomla and other CMSs, and then you will have to create a link to and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna show you here in WebStation. You have to have everything normal, enabled, normal, and installed. Now, the reason I asked you to uncheck earlier this database is because we're using right now Apache 2.2 and PHP 5.6, but I'm going to switch to 2.4 and PHP 7 in a second. I'm gonna show you here what I'm running, 2.2 and 5.6. You cannot run 2.2 and PHP 7. They're both at a level. 2.2 goes with 5.6 and 2.4 goes with 7. You have to enable personal website, and the PHP setting is 5 right now. You have to click here and check all these boxes and hit apply. And then for virtual host, you want to click edit and you want to type your Synology link. Click here port 80 and 443. Under browse, you're gonna click on web, and then you see here how it pulls up PHP admin, WordPress, and if you have Joomla or Drupal or whatever, it's gonna pull that too. And inside that, it's gonna pull up the PHP file for index so the website can load. So I have that, and I'll show you the website. So I installed a template that is corporate template, and what happens is that corporate or paid professional templates have memory issues. They need more memory to be able to do those special effects. You need more memory, and it's working beautiful. Everything is on the green. Now if you see here, it says Apache 2.2 Unix, and here is 5.6 for PHP, and MySQL is 5.5. So its WordPress recommendation for PHP is 7. You won't get that from a hosting company unless you pay more. And that's why I left the hosting company behind, because all of them have this thing about memory limit, and they don't want to give it to you, because if they gave it to everybody, their server might slow down. So if you are making websites for clients and you need more memory, and the hosting company is always giving you a problem with that, or you're wasting time in the phone to get to talk to somebody to fix it, it could take days. Now if you have a Synology, you can do it yourself. You don't have to worry about them. Okay, so now really quick, I'm gonna change to 7. So everything is normal. I'm gonna put here Apache 2.4 and PHP 7. Hit apply. PHP is gonna be PHP 7. Under advanced settings, you have the core of PHP. Input bars is 1000. I'm gonna put 10,000. Memory limit says 128. I'm gonna put 256. Post size 32 megs is enough. Max input time, I'm gonna put 300. I think that's for your input time limit. It didn't change it. You didn't put 300. Okay, 300 to 56. I'm gonna click OK. Okay, apply. Okay, here it's gonna be my link ports, the same folder, but I'm gonna change the Apache 2.4, PHP 7. Okay, I'm gonna go back and make sure I have those settings. Okay, now I show you the back panel of the website, and it was 256, 300, and 10,000. Now let's refresh it. Okay, it worked. 256, 300. Actually, it didn't work because it's supposed to say here WordPress PHP 7. I think the you have to restart the software. Let's see here. I'm going to restart. I'm gonna pause this video and restart the server. Okay, I restarted the server. So I'm going to go back to web station and see if the changes took place. Okay, 2.4, PHP 7. Okay, here PHP 7, apply. What changes were saved? I had this problem before. And here is PHP 7. I'm not too concerned with the other setting. I'm more concerned with this one because this one affects WordPress. Maybe it needs to use the 5.6 for something else. So let's go to the site and refresh it. Okay, and here it is. Apache 2.4 Unix. We have 240 for the time limit. It went up and the max input bars went up to 10,000, and the memory went up from 128 to 256, and that was very easy to do. You can change the post max size if you want, but I don't recommend you put images or videos that are gonna slow down your site. So this work is gonna work a lot better with PHP 7, and keep in mind that the Synology products are very cost efficient. They use very little energy to keep this running. I thought about building a server with the firewalls and the hub and all this stuff, and I asked somebody how much would it cost in electricity, and he said it's gonna run your bill, especially with your air conditioner to keep it cool and all that. So this is a great solution for this is the future of websites. Okay, so it worked, and I went over everything, I think. And keep in mind that you have to have an IP that is static, hopefully a business internet connection will give you more speed for upload and download, and make sure your network is public so people can access the server. And if you get a message that says something like allow permissions for the network, click yes. Something about allow public access to be able to pull WordPress on the search engines. And I hope this helped. After you do all that, if you click on this little guy here says personal, click on that, enter your email, and then don't worry about that, don't worry about that. Here you can add your email, and this won't work unless you do this first. So once you do this, it's gonna notify you every time there is an update on the server, or you get an email, or anything happens like a power outage or something. And the Synology is packed with goodies. Here you have the control panel for power. It will restart automatically after a power failure. And you should check all these. Okay, you can pause the video. You can create a power schedule and hibernation. I don't do this because I want this thing running constantly, and you can have this option in case there is a power outage. You can also get a power supply to keep it running for an hour or two, maybe 4. Usually power outages don't go over 15, sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes longer, but they're not very long unless you live in Miami. Okay, so you have cooling fan malfunctions and degrades, crashes, systems, all this checked on, and then you can keep it running on the quiet mode. If you wanna run it at full speed, it'll be more efficient. You might need that if you are hosting more websites and you're getting more traffic, and that's that. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for watching. You can contact me at my email. Here it is, A1A-Studios at outlook.com. You can like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I wish you all good luck.